young, African, and proud. My name is Chantal Muchaya, and today we are going all the way to East Africa in Uganda. And we are joined by the beautiful, the sophisticated Madam President Linet Nabwire. Thank you so much for joining us today, Madam. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How is SA? How is Joburg?
Amazing. The side is just the hit, but we survive. We are honored, however, to be joined by you, to be graced by your presence, however. And I'm sure maybe people are wondering, why am I referring to this gorgeous, stunning woman on the other side of the screen as Madam President? Would you like to share with them why?
Yes, I would. My name is Linet Nabwire. I am a Ugandan youth. I am a trained communications personnel, and I am a passionate feminist climate justice advocate. And why am I called Madam President? Wow. I'm also a Rotaractor with the Rotaract E-Club of Uganda Global, and I am the president-elect for 2025-2026, and my installation is running soon in March. How I wish I could have everyone on it on board to come and witness it. So I'll be installed as president of my club. That's why you hear Chantal calling me Madam
As a
President.
fellow young African woman, I am proud to see young African women taking the stage and actually being in positions of leadership. So, congratulations to you, madam.
Thank
And we are
you.
looking forward, we are looking forward to the day. And I'm sure, those that are in Uganda, our young females that would love to participate, they can participate if the invitation is open. But that's something I guess we will get into a little bit later. So please do tell us a little bit more about yourself. We know that, as you mentioned earlier, that you're very passionate about climate
When I
justice.
begin speaking about climate advocacy, I never want to stop. Um, I did not study I did not study to become a climate advocate, but many times I keep telling people that I am a feminist climate justice advocate by calling. I am a very dedicated to amplifying voices of communities, especially the youth, women and girls. Why am I doing this? Because we are the most affected when it comes to the impacts of climate change. We've been very much ravaged by this very thing, whereby in times of calamities, you see mostly it's the girls and women that are always at the forefront of it, doing everything that it requires to see that things get into place, in as much as many times we are never given a platform to give up the voices. So I thought it wise to step up as a female, as a youth, to step up and amplify the voices of the marginalized communities. Because, for starters, I did not mention I hail from the scenic, uh, the scenic Mount Elgon slopes. I don't know if you've heard about Mount Elgon. Mount Elgon is situated in the east of the country. That's my originality. That's where I come from. But over time, we have been ravaged by the harsh impacts of climate change, such as it ranges from the droughts, the famine, the landslides. You see, and in the long run, people are migrated, because I mean, what comes next if a landslide has come and it has covered your homestead? You've lost people, you've lost plants, crops, you've lost animals, and you're left with nowhere to stay. So that's why I stepped up and I was like, no, I have to stand up for my community, and I will always be speaking up for them. And for that, I actually founded a youth. It's a youth-based Christian environmental organization called Creation Care Foundation. Why did we choose Creation Care Foundation? Personally, I have a very good relationship with my creator, and I thought it wise that even in the book, in the holy book, it was written that we are stewards. We are stewards of each and everything that God gave us on earth, including the planet itself. It does not belong to us, it belongs to God, but we are stewards. We are supposed to take care of it. We are called custodians of it. It does not belong to us.
I am very impressed by how you sort of identified all these challenges in your community, and instead of you saying, "Well, I'm waiting for the government to do something about it," or "I'm waiting for some organization to do something about it," you stepped in and you did something about it. And even though you didn't study climate change,
Our sole mission for this organization is purposely to empower the youth, especially the women and girls, to become also climate leaders or change makers. We've seen that oftentimes women have been overlooked, they're pushed behind. So, with this, how am I getting to make the youth and women to become climate leaders and change makers? We have done this through we've started up an initiative, and this initiative I named it Trash to Treasure, whereby we do collect metallic soda and beer bottle caps, as well as cut out pieces of fabric to craft out beautiful beautiful crafts. It could be wall hangings, it could be photo frames, it could be doormats, anything, for as long as it's beautiful to look at and it can bring in money. That's what we do. So we do that. We do that to skill the ladies, and also the girls, the women and the girls, to keep them active, to keep them productive, to keep them not just to sit and throw pity parties. So
mm,
I time and again skill them to see that they get something useful out of themselves. So when this money is actually got, it's they're able to take care of themselves, not just to sit and maybe wait for their husbands who are actually not even going to come through for them, and also take their children to school. Yeah. And so far, we have been lucky to empower about 20 people, 20 women and girls so far. And I'm looking forward to empowering close to 10,000 women and girls. So God be my help. It's what I'm keeping praying for. So if it comes to pass like how I'm praying for it by God's grace, I'll be the happiest. I love to see young girls and women responsible, involved, and doing something
love
for them.
how you're also creating employment. You mentioned from trash to treasure, and now these women are in a position not only to earn an income but take care of themselves. Um,
Yes.
that also has not been easy for you, hey?
it's it does not come smooth as many will be seeing you running and moving the environment, rather the organization, but it's not as smooth as it really seems. Okay. I am proud of the achievement so far. Like I mentioned, I have empowered 20 women and girls so far through the Trash to Treasure initiative, but also there have been challenges coming through. You see, it's not easy when you begin up an initiative on scratch, when you're running on empty. It's been from our pockets into the organization, which is really stressful. So it's been hard to secure funding, especially to scale up our projects. That's why we are a bit slow on what we are doing, because whatever is good, I cannot strip it off from the ladies because they need it. So we use whatever we have at hand. There are also limited resources, because when people get to see you start up something, they'll eventually pick up with you, and they also want to start the same. So you find that there are limited resources for the things that you really want to do, which limits the ability of women and girls to reach their potential. Also, there has been a challenge of navigating through the patriarchal norms. You see how they say women are supposed to be in the kitchen, they belong to the kitchen, and you cannot do anything. We have the cultural barriers. Like, you're a woman, you're not supposed to get out of, you do not have to get beyond the kitchen. All you have to do is to keep behind the kitchen, cook, look for what people are going to eat, and you cannot do anything out of that. You cannot think of something better. So, but despite the challenges, I remain committed to the mission. I am here to do all that I need to do and to explore the innovative solutions and also overcome the obstacles. I know this is not something that is going to stay for long, especially when not the initiative, I mean the obstacles.
Mm.
Some way, in one way or another, we'll be able to overcome this. So I'm not looking at it as a big hindrance. I will move heaven and earth to see that this.
Maybe if let's say there's someone who's watching and they're thinking, wow, that's an amazing initiative, and I would want to support, what Madam President is doing, and I would want to support the women as well. How can they support you? What can they?
Be happy if people came in through various ways, such as the donations and grants, to enable us scale up the projects. Because someone can be, uh, how are they called? How are they called? I'm forgetting the name to say. But I mean, someone can be wherever they are, and then they get to see the kind of work that we do, and then they'll be happy to support, especially if we are trying to skill up the mothers of the earth, the women, the girls. So whoever is there and has a donation or grants, very soon we are going to open up our donation link to aid people who really want to come through with the donations and also the grants. We are also trying to do a few grant writings to see if we can do that. So if there are people who can give us donations, we will be happy. We are happy to partner with organizations that share similar values like we do, to amplify the impact of rather to amplify our impact. And also we'll be happy to have volunteers, because
Mm.
for now basically we are thriving on volunteering. People come through to volunteer with their expertise. Whoever is an expert in any area, they always come through to aid us with our expertise, to share the skills with us to sustain the livelihoods of these women and girls that we are actually trying to come through for. We are not just empowering the women, but we are also trying to conserve the environment, because at the end of the day, if the environment, we cannot thrive in a harsh environment, even with empowerment, even with employment or anything. The environment has to be stable. The environment have to be conducive for us to thrive in it. Yeah. And additionally, our voices through the social media advocacy, we have done a lot through the social media advocacy, trying to get to tap into other people that share the same values with us through the social media. So if there are people out there or organizations that can actually continue to partner with us, continue to tap onto us, we would be happy to tap into their blessing.
And for me, what really stands out as well with everything you've shared is how we also need to conserve and protect the environment,
Yes,
because without the environment, there is no us. If we're not going to take care of our earth, then where are we going to live? What else are we going to do?
exactly. Most of the things that are ravaging the environment, anthropogenic activities, the human activities, we are being so careless as a human race. We are being so cruel to our own selves, because when you are cruel to the environment, you are being cruel to your own self. because it's like saying, I'm in a home and yeah, we've eaten food and then I will not do the dishes. Aren't you going to eat tomorrow? Where are you going to have the food from? So it's upon us to brace up ourselves to see that we fight for the environment. We avoid the pollution. Plant a tree whenever you are. If it's your birthday, gift Mother Nature, gift the climate, gift the environment. Plant a tree or two, so that maybe when you're celebrating your other more 2 5 years to come, you can be able to sit under that tree. Especially if you've planted a fruit tree, it will give you a fruit to eat on your birthday or something. Because you're not only doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the generations to come. Have you ever sat and imagined about the kind of environment that the children that we will give birth to will thrive in? Imagine if we've cut out all the trees, we've polluted all the lakes and rivers with plastics. What clean are they going to come to? Because we are contaminating everything. We
Mm.
are very so high on the fossil fuels exploitation and all. We are forgetting the children we're bringing into this world, because they will be here by themselves tomorrow and will not be here even if we were there with them tomorrow. We are going to get soaked into that mess together, and there will be no one to help the other. We've seen the sea levels rising. We've seen animals that were supposed to be in the wild coming to be with us humans, and I mean, there will be no peace there once the wild come to
At
the
the pollution that we as human beings are contributing, I think another big factor is the wars that we've been involved in. And I think if we can take it for the past year and this year, for this 2 years, there have been a lot of wars, globally, and that alone is also adding to the pollution. And I'm like, do they understand? Do they understand that we are destroying our home? That we are destroying our earth? We're killing each other, and in the process, we are also releasing all those different chemicals that's going in the air.
true, and I think that's the reason as to why ecocide law has come into place. Yes, and so many agencies have come to join the ecocide law and the fraternity to see that we can fight against climate change.
Young lady that's looking at you right now and thinking, wow, I am inspired, I am motivated by our Madam President, or even if it's someone a little bit older that's thinking, well, I also want to make an impact in my community, doesn't matter which field, what advice do you have for them?
It doesn't really require you to be rich or poor to conserve the environment. Begin from wherever you are. You can begin by creating awareness. The moment you have a bit of knowledge about climate change, or climate advocacy, start with the spreading the gospel of conserving the environment. Start from your family, start from your workplace. We all have people every day. You can speak to more than 5 people in a day, because of our, I mean, we are Africans with our setting that we get to meet so many people. We are not like people in the global north who keep by themselves. I mean, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but we get to meet people every day, and you have the capability of interacting with more than 5 people in a day. So begin by telling them about climate change, how it affects us, and how it will lead to that. You do not need to have money to do this. See, I started up this initiative with nothing but my head and body and all the ideas that I had. So if you can begin doing the awareness, do the simple acts, do the cleaning of the environment, go to the markets, tell people about scattering the trash. Tell them, show them how we can put it together. You can even craft up trash cans, through using the plastic bottles. If you
Hmm.
cannot, there are so many. There's so many tutorials on YouTube. You can get to join environmental organizations to adapt your voice to them. You can, it's a lot that you can do. You can sign up for policy and negotiation trainings with different organizations that offer the same. Just find something to add on to yourself as regards the knowledge of climate activism. Get to read, do the self teaching. I have not gone to any school to learn about climate change. I have self taught. I've used the YouTube. I've got every material necessary to read through. I'm not saying that I am the best, no, but I try to be better every day by acquiring more knowledge about it. And that's what I implore any young girl out there, any young boy. I do not only advocate for the girls. Yes, I'm a feminist climate justice advocate, but I also, because I'm a human rights advocate, I stand for the boy child also, because we cannot thrive in an environment where we have toxic men.
Powerful. Um, I'm loving the continuous learning, continue learning, don't just stop learning, and that be the change you want to see in the world. You identify a problem, don't wait for someone to do something about it. See
Yeah.
what can you do already with the little information, knowledge, and resources that you have. And if you think you don't know enough, go to YouTube. There are libraries, acquire information, and bring the change you want to see in the world. Um,
Yes.
and if there's someone who's thinking, you know what, I would want to get in touch and see how I can assist in many of the initiatives that you've just shared with us, how can they get hold of you?
Or formally, you can reach out to us via mail, which is creationcarefoundation@gmail.com. Anytime, any day, you'll get a response. And we are also on our social media handles like X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and we also have a WhatsApp channel. So on X, we go by Creation Care Foundation, or at CCF. And Instagram, we also the same, Creation Care Foundation. LinkedIn, the same, Creation Care Foundation. And we also have a WhatsApp channel, which is Creation Care Foundation. So anytime you will find us, anytime you want to speak to us, we'll be happy to speak to you. And please, please, please follow our channel to get to see what we work. We have lots of information on the channel that portray the kind of work we do, the articles that have personally written about climate, and everything in the line of climate that you want. You're going to find it on our channel.
I love that you're easily accessible and you cater into different people. WhatsApp, people that are always on WhatsApp, they can get hold of you. Whether you're in LinkedIn, on a more professional level, they can also get hold of you, or even Instagram and X. So, which is amazing. I love that you're easily accessible. And then one thing that we always ask for a guest before they leave is that they share with us their portrait and the reason behind their masterpiece design.
Okay, I got two portraits, and I was absolutely in love with each and every portrait I got, but I chose out this, the Duke. I don't know, can it be seen?
Yes, we can see your Duke. It is amazing. It is beautiful.
Thank you. So I chose these colors. As you can see, I love colors that reflect my African heritage and connection to nature.
Mhm.
Being a climatist, I'm covering my face so that you can see.
All right, not a problem.
Yeah.
We can see.
So if you see from right to left, I
Mhm.
have the sky blue. The sky blue symbolizes the freedom and limitless possibilities. Also, we have the sunshine yellow right here that represents hope and optimism. I have the emerald green right
Mhm.
here. The emerald green was signifying, or rather, it is signifying the growth and harmony with nature. And also we have the coral pink right here, the strays, if you can see them. The
Hmm?
coral pink, they just added a touch of the playfulness and joy. And so these colors, all you see them here, these colors do bring out the little child in me, that it invokes memories of playing under the vibrant African sun, that surrounded by nature's the vibrant lives around me. So that's why I came up with this. I hope it gives meaning.
Gives meaning. I love it. I love it. And it showcases who you are. It showcases your Africanity. You're talking about as well as your inner child, how it reminds you of when you're a child, the vibrant sun. I love the blue when you're saying it's limitless. And as Africans, I think sometimes we think that we are very restricted, but we've got so many possibilities. It's limitless. So yes, it does. It speaks volumes, and I am inspired by it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I am humbled to having been called out to be on this interview. I hope, is it an interview or a conversation? It's a dialogue.
The dialogue. We are sharing ideas and sharing
Yeah,
resources.
I'm happy that I've been part of this. I hope I've impacted a life out there. Uh, and I love to learn. If anyone wants to come up with something to teach me to be better, I'll be
Mm.
happy to have them by my side. And I'm loving what you're doing also. It's really, really amazing. I would love to be part of your amazing organization. First of all, I love the young, proud, and African theme. I'm like, okay, for a very long time, someone has come out with something that identifies with us. This is something that we can truly identify with, because there could be other things and you'll be like, no, I am just African, I cannot do it, but this is our own and I applaud you for it. Please do not stop, go on and on, look out for those people with inspiring stories, people that make change in the world, people that can make others be better. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm really moved. I really am so moved. And this is what this platform is all about. As you said, when you're sharing feedback with me, I was like, yes, yes, yes. The inner child of me is jumping up and down saying, yes. We are living in alignment with our goal or our mission, because our mission is to spread awareness of young African people that are, especially women, that are making a positive impact in their societies. Because many a times, as women, we are stereotyped against, we are viewed as if we're very materialistic, we're very, how can I say this? We're very fake or very plastic, if I can put it that way. We are all about things that are not really true. Yes, we love fashion. Yes, we love to look good. Who doesn't? But there is more presence. We are looking forward to your coronation. I think that's what they call it.
Installation.
Installation.
It's on
All
the
right.
28th of March.
But
Coronation is for kings and queens. But yeah, I'm a queen in my own element. However,
oh,
I haven't been crowned yet. The coronation hasn't yet happened. But yeah, I'm going to be installed as the president. And I am anxious. I can't wait.
we're excited. We are excited for you. Would have loved to attend. So if we do get some assistance, anyone, please do help. We do want to go to Uganda, and be present when our Madam President is being installed.
For choosing me and for allowing me to speak to people on this platform. Thank you so much.